Welcome back. So, what proves that he has seen the urn?
That newspaper clipping.
But is that what that looks like?
No, that's not at all what the urn looks like.
No. So what proves that he saw what the current urn looks like?
Much priceless work of art displayed. Take care of the speckled urn, won't you?
Yeah, we got it. The sword. Sword. Sword.
Oh, he said speckled urn. It's got no paint in it.
Okay, there we go.
My brain was trying to put what speckled meant. Did he mean like broken pieces, or was he talking like literally the paint was speckled?
I believe there's only one meaning to that, which is speckled paint. I think you're thinking of the word shattered.
No.
Or cracked.
My brain is weird. Leave me alone.
I know.
Mr.
Looks like the lobotomy didn't work.
If you really are Master Mask, then you also wrote this calling card, correct?
But of course. There's a problem with that calling card.
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Master Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Truth be told, there is no way that Master Mask could have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. 13!
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Chite.
The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the sacred urn was broken due to human error. Should I say an error-prone human.
Oh,
and that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. Not 13!
Oh.
Because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. That's not Savari. Of you. Trying to say a googly eyes? Koala bear. Koala bear has googly eyes.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Alright, that did it. He's broken.
And Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
What the is he standing there with like one arm up? Yeah!
So he popped some champagne. Woo!
Huh? 14!
It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days.
Good conviction, you say?
Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Mask. And now, we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle?
Tickle! Don't touch me, please.
I knew a guy named Tad Fickle.
That's a good point. Get Fickle in right away.
As my next witness, Tad Fickle.
No way. Don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
Hello. You say that Luke at me was the one who killed Kane Bullet. And let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Knight. Motive. Might you, my merry murderer's motive manifest?
Dick! He's getting his second wind!
Okay, hold on.
He's ulting!
Hold on. The real Master Mask was getting blackmailed.
Yes, Ronnie was getting, blackmailed, yes.
What if... What if at me is the blackmailer?
Abby is blackmailing Ron Dwight?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how he had the painting to return.
Yeah.
When he said, "Oh, I stopped. I got the painting. Don't worry. Couldn't stop him, but I got the painting."
Mm-hmm.
His painting was delivered, and he paid. And then KB found out.
Yeah.
Found Ronnie to be masked, and was like, "We'll give him something and say, no." Then,
Well, he
scratch that.
He knew that Ron was stealing company secrets.
Scratch what I said about KB.
Yeah.
Then, why would he want to kill Kane? I don't know his motive yet. I know he then sent the blackmail card to Ron to have him show up so he could pin the murder on him. But I don't know the motive behind the murder.
All right. I don't think I'm really supposed to exactly know yet. So.
But that's my theory. He's the one who's blackmailing Ron.
Yes.
It wasn't KB, like people would think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's at me, and then he had him summoned to KB so he could pin the murder on him.
Yeah. Okay.
If he prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on Ron Delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were.
I'd be honored to, Sir Old Timer.
Doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance.
Motive for murder?
I, Luke me, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
You know, they drew that death.
The victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant.
They drew that photo of his death, and they're just like, "We're gonna get all the money we can out of this photo." Keep showing the dead face.
I mean, that's the only photo we have of him. This is the blackmail letter found at the defendant's. This is the Black
Blues Club.
Yeah, I do a bit of scatting.
Not in this courtroom, you won't.
This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
So that's his motive.
Uh-huh. What?
That letter was to him, not to Ron.
Why do you think that?
I want your true identity revealed to the world. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond you received the other day.
What's the red diamond?
The ring on his finger.
What?
I didn't see it. What mean are you talking about? Hold on, we got a enhance.
The thing that keeps like.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, what are you talking about?
Ooh, wow, what?
Code red.
Black red.
The blackmail letter found around the lights room. Written by Bullard.
Shit, he figured it out too quickly.
Code red.
Code red, we're gonna have to go. Go black, go black!
What do I say to him?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
Install the mod. That takes away his ring.
Please tell me this is a real mod.
No, not yet.
That would be the most horrendous mod ever.
My team's working on it. I, Luke Acme, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever.
And who in the world is going to prove that?
I will.
Huh?
After doing a thorough background check of Detective Acme and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report.
Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both involved in security.
Nope.
That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with the motive was
Kane Bullard decided to investigate the mask. Mask simply mistook who he was. God, I need more coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee.
Mistook.
That's right, mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take an error.
That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. Thorn the Light, of course.
Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Punch him! I mean, press harder.
Yeah.
Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask?
Don't you already know that? Somebody, take a good look at this newspaper.
Oh, the famous tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
Another thing you need to pay attention to concerning that thing. What's another thing that's wrong with this? They're gonna ask you about.
The fact that there's nowhere to hide?
Not with the photo itself, but something else.
Oh, something else.
Yep.
Stolen. The gem and the thief.
Mm-hmm.
Precious gem of the Tear of Emanon. Priceless. Oh, he's got no ring.
Uh-huh. He got back the painting of Regina and he received that ring as a reward.
So I take it that's not the answer.
No. I mean, he's not wearing his ring right there. That's one thing you need to...
That is true, but
That is true.
Not what I'm looking for.
No.
Precious gem of the Tear of Emanon. Priceless. Stolen.
Take a look at the blackmail letter one more time.
You don't want the true identity. Reveal to the world. Come to KFC security. If you don't, I'll take the red diamond you received the other day instead. Diamond you received the other day. Is it the fact that the gem's blue? What?
There you go. Yeah, it's blue, not red.
Oh, they're gonna bring up the article, and then you're gonna be like, "What? What about the red dot? That's not red."
Yeah.
Got it.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article and Tsunami! He got the wrong impression. An impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask.
I see.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction. Reasonably. It was Mr.
Maya,
Bullard.
don't start to agree with him.
It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight.
You never want to see your lawyer look over and be like, "Yeah, no, that's a good answer. Good answer." Yeah.
That's like Family Feud.
You don't want that lawyer. Can't have the lawyer ask a question and then they answer like a fair question, and the lawyer turns to the jury.
Yeah.
That's a fair answer.
That's a good answer! Just like I taught you.
No, you don't want good answer. You don't want to tell them good. Fair.
Yeah. Fair answer.
Fair answer, because then you're like,
Yeah.
you take it or leave it. It's a fair answer. Good, then you're fully telling the jury, "Oh, that was a good one. Listen to that answer."
Yeah.
Do you mean this blackmail letter right here?
It says bring 50,000.
And the handwriting is without a doubt the victim's.
There's no mistake. We have an official report to prove it.
But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere.
An addressee?
This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there was no addressee is irrelevant.
I wonder.
What's up, Nick?
I just had a thought. What if that blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight?
Whoa. Do you have any evidence of that?
For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling.
Oh, my body.
And that there's something not quite right about this blackmail letter.
Well, everyone, are you quite satisfied?
No, I want to make you sweat.
And it was again Mr. Bullet who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Oh my! I was certain you were already aware. Savannah!
He flashbanged!
Ah! He gave us a flashback! KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. Since I was the security team chief, I stole data from the company.
You're just standing there like spinning the monocle until it reflects in our eyes.
Or like the fucking Wicked Witch's orb.
Kate Bullet has yet to forgive young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent them that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief.
Here's a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullet's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullet was receiving money through blackmail.
At me, the guy's dead. You don't have to talk about him like he's still alive.
Oh.
You keep using present tense verbiage. He's dead. He's gone. You strangled him. Out cold.
No, you got hit in the head.
I always just assumed he got strangled because of the... I know they told us
yeah.
that, but the tie always makes it look like he got strangled.
Yeah.
However, isn't this a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money? Even though he wasn't actually mask to mask.
On that point, it was an unfortunate bit of chance.
Mr. Bullet's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master Mask.
You really think that the story is going to hold up?
That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid.
What do you mean?
I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight.
14!
Ronnie thinks he's Master Mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Don't you think please don't think too badly of him?
Huh. Well, Mr. Trite?
Is he trying to act like Mr. Light just now?
I thought he was actually pretty convincing.
Shut up!
That's why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullet. Truly a tragedy.
Now that's just your imagination.
Come now, sir lawyer. I'm afraid the imagination isn't the right word for it. This is a deduction, the result of a carefully applied reasoning.
Can we hear that careful reasoning for ourselves?
It's a long story, and better saved for another time.
Very well, another time.
But so-called long stories aren't usually all that long. At least not in my experience.
So you're going to try to connect Detective Batman to Mr. Bullet, right?
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either.
In that case, you have to talk about the blackmail.
That's true. Is that blackmail letter really intended for Ron?
Since we don't have enough information, we should press up for more testimony.
Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose then.
Boo, a bee, boo, 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 ba, boo, 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 boo. Yeah, there we go.
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective? At me?
No.
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's all right.
When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, couldn't help but notice one major contradiction.
Contradiction?
Yeah, there's the sweat. That's what I like to see.
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
You're the one to talk?
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there? Junior.
His whole attitude is 100% a barman from like Old West.
Indeed. Time to man up, Mr. Wright.
Like attire, everything about him is just like a barkeeper from the Old West.
Joseph, say your line.
Show us the contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
What is it? I think it'll be this.
You've killed us!
Oh no!
Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
The problem is this jewel's color.
Color? Huh. I'm not much for discussing color myself.
Can you see color? Just answer that. Can
Yeah.
you see color? Your visor's completely red.
Yeah. That's all I can see. It's like I'm looking through a virtual boy.
Same graphic quality?
Yeah.
Oh no. According to clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
That's where Godo got it wrong, because everything is red to him.
Yeah.
He just assumed both the jewels were red. Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Master Mask stole at all.
And your point is, Mr. Trite? So you was trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you was trying to say, right, Trite?
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, that is what you're trying to say, right, Nick?
Yes. This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing. Me.
Me.
You caught me.
I'm in debt.
Gumshoe. It's Vari, man. It's at me. You turned away right when it like froze frame on the judge, half blinking.
Oh, did I?
Naturally, it was you, Detective at me.
Do you have some sort of basis for that claim?
You've been personally involved in every single mask-to-mask case. And in the last case, you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward.
A jewel?
Not a vape.
Oh. Thank God.
He smokes? No! Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. I should also warn you that diamond is probably a blood diamond.
Probably.
That is the diamond referred to in the letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Reach in the pocket, pull out the knife.
Yeah.
Order in the court. Order, I say.
It seems
15!
you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
Oh, I don't like the way he said that.
Game Bullet blackmailing Luke at me. Huh. Are you for real?
No, I'm just an imagination.
For real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him!
Answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Show him to be a fraud.
Yes, it certainly does.
Game Bullet threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity knowledge public. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atmey killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atmey wanted so desperately to keep secret was his identity as... Oh, blackmailer. My theory worked! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Ah, you were wrong.
Luke Abbey was a blackmailer.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullet was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. Are you saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? Ugh. You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. And I caught it! Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme. But Ron Delight was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Eminon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case that would mean that Ron Delight was actually Master Mask.
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme.
Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
I'm getting turned on. What is?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you?
You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Ron Delight. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron Delight started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime.
Good point, you certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
16.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Ron Delight was Master Mask?
Next. Wait. Yeah, next.
During his first crime, which I mean...
There's only one thing on it, really, which is the newspaper clipping.
I mean, how could he have known?
Because that's a dead end.
And...
He's the only one there.
And... What did Ron Delight do?
He changed.
And where did he change? What did he put his costume in?
The trash.
Which trash can?
The only trash can in the photo.
What? Holy fuck!
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into a lot of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
What do you mean?
The newspaper clipping. That's a picture of you and Ron Delight in his guard uniform. It seems that Master Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
In a bucket?
Oh, there's a good rant coming.
How do you know?
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured, or fingered it out, Mr. Atme. Abby, stop fingering it out. That's when you learn that under the mask, fuck!
You really tried it? What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master Mask?
Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective!
I can't believe it! He was just a slimy blackmailer!
Toad?
What a fraud trying to pass himself off as ace detective.
Why, you? How dare you expose me like that?
I have no idea where that last voice came from.
Why, I mean, I never blackmailed anyone in my life! I'm a famous and proud ace detective! A celebrity! And I'm also Master Mask! Why can't you understand that?
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why you? How can you even try to play somebody to see can smell it, me because also sounds gently. Why did you try to do something? I was so close. Why did you try to do something with yourselves with that big mouth of yours? You're real fools, you say. Nothing you can compare to my genius. You're all just real jealous. So go on. Disagree me. Commemorate me. There's nothing you have to agree against to do. Can I handle my blackmail? Murder? Threats? I'll get away with all of it. It's enough to make one laugh.
It would seem we've finally arrived at the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Admin. Thank you.
Bailiff! Sorry, I fell asleep.
Oh god.
Please prepare a cell for Mr. Atme.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. Don't get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough.
Where do you get that cup from? It's really strong.
Mr. Trite.
It's like the strongest cup I've ever seen. What are you?
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Abbey was a filthy blackmailer. And that he wasn't that lordly tailor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB Security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No way!
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright.
This is it. This is the final round. It's the final countdown. Sorry, I dropped my cat. I've got to prove that Abby was in Mr. Bullet's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough. Mr. Trite, I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Abney was at KB Security and the defense... Court record me!
It's getting hot in here.
Woo!
Gordo, put your clothes back on!
Woo!
There we go. We got the buzzer record that went off at 1:02 a.m.
Okay.
Cage list. I mean, this is
It's just the artifacts.
Yeah. The button that was inside of
No fingerprints.
no fingerprints. Cerebral hemorrhaging. The card key was used at 1 a.m. And that's basically it. And Ron's wallet shows that Ron was there, but don't worry about that for now. Yeah.
Fan in the building, sure. Next.
Yeah. So that's all that there is.
Well, based on how this game goes, I'm gonna assume I need to say can prove it, because if I say I can't, then I lose the case.
So what do you want me to say?
Can prove it. The defense can prove it with evidence.
Are you sure?
Don't you worry. I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces.
Very well, then let's see this proof. Oh, shit! Proof that Luke Abney was at KB Security that night.
There's no proof.
This is the proof, my badge!
This is the proof.
It's true that this is very important. However, I'm not so foolish as to think that will pass for evidence here.
Cut!
Mr. Trite, it's time.
Cut!
It's true that you learned the true flavor of life. The flavor of my special Goto Blend 49.
Also, that's cup 18. He lied!
I did think that if he did, like, if you did get the count right, that would have been amazing, because I'm like, he does not drink 17 cups. He drinks more than that.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It's bitter. Very bitter.
Come on, Nick! Don't give up now!
What do I do?
No!
That's another 2 off our life.
The motherfucking tomahawk!
19!
Ow!
One more time!
Can't prove it.
I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
Thought you were about to hand down your verdict, mister. But if we hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony.
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
I've proven all of this, and yet Goto stands there and goes, you know what, I'm gonna defend this man and make sure that he's not charged.
That's not
With
what he's doing.
murder.
That's not what he's doing.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atmey is here after we interrupted his own trial. And you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask.
No.
Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron the Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick! We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then it'll be too late.
Huh? But why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic
Charged for the
rules.
same crime twice.
My favorite aspect of jeopardy. Who knows how much they're gonna risk to win? One of the basic rules of any court of law.
I'm gonna take 800, Goto.
Yeah. 800. What a pussy number. Double
That's all
jeopardy.
my points.
Do more. Take out a loan. Alex, I'm gonna take out a loan.
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime.
However, it's not trying him for the same crime. One of them's trying him for theft, the other one would be trying for murder.
This fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in the matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Mask, which means...
He will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way!
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilty of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
I became old!
And there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent. Mia, I'm really happy you're gonna pop up real soon. The real killer, Luke Atmey, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Your Honor, I didn't though. I forgot one.
Oh, oopsies!
As long as there is no more testimony, I am afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. And are there any objections?
The only court case where he loses.
Well, he lost.
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmey.
I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. His poor hearing often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice. No way.
Manfred von Comet!
I'll be honest, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ace Attorney. You made me feel something. Long time no see, Phoenix. Nice booba. Mia! Big booba. This is the true power of the Karain channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me. Right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey. And nobody else in court can see it.
No. Well, they don't notice it.
I guess it's nobody in court can acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Get away! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes, that's true, but
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you've forgotten something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the Ace Detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron's lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my Ace Detectiveness.
My ass.
My ass.
yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. And we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
You asshole.
Is something the matter, Mr. Go? Doe?
Nothing.
Oh, sir lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods would do anything to me, look at...
Let's hear it.
Huh?
Can Godo see Mia?
It's true that the witness has made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godo, what are you?
Very well then, Mr. Look at me. I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. That was a perfectly timed. We both turned slowly to see why the computer made that noise. Cat paused and then stares at us.
Okay.
Huh?
Hmm?
That was that was the whole point. The cat just made. Huh? What? I'm not doing nothing.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Yes, Chef.
The last testimony of the game.
Indeed! It's the last fucking testimony!
We're over time.
It's fucking...
We're over time.
Indeed! It is true that I was not a lordly tailor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear he was there. It was also I was able to make the detection from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Diwali! Therefore, all of the evidence points to that poor boy.
This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained and none of them seem to contradict anything.
But of course.
But, how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir, lawyer.
What?
Nothing, I'm thinking. I'm not gonna tell you my thoughts out loud.
That's the point of this!
You yelled at me for telling you we were over time!
Yes, because we only have to find a testimony.
Grr.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. That's right, I said shenanigans.
Yes, Your Honor.
We cannot postpone Luke Atmy's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a second, just one chance?
It seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. 19!
Cup number 17.
Liar!
The last cup. It seems that the time has come to put an end to this trial.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find a contradictory remark and press it. Remember, you only get one chance.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
Just in case I do a bit of a misinput. Alright.
Thank you, penguins. It was a misinput! Calm down!
Press one thing. What am I pressing?
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lily Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that true culprit was Ron Delight, and thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which sounded only once. That's true, but did not have any fingerprints on it. Okay. Victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. Hit. No, I can't push that. I was gonna say, how does he know? But he was arrested in that outfit. No, he wasn't. He turned himself in. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I want to press yet.
Okay, go through
But that is a good point. How did he know he was in his mask outfit? Okay. I gotta keep that one in my mind.
Okay.
So I was saying it out loud.
Okay.
And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. I doubt that, but I'm not gonna push that because it's a waste of time to argue over whether or not he mistook the jewel. He's dead. The guy can't help me. Zavari, therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. The only chance I have to nail him. Phoenix has sex in courtroom? Live leak? Needed is true that, yep, okay,
Yeah.
not that one.
So, this is the only one you were talking about. What was
So,
this one? Nope, this one.
There's the mask outfit. The other one I was thinking of is his other important date he needed to get to. So him saying, I had another job.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought about pushing that because, like, what was that other job? Maybe I can...
Will that prove that he's the killer?
I mean, it probably won't prove that he was there. The only
Okay.
thing I can think of is him pointing out the fact that he was in the outfit,
That he knew that he was in his outfit.
which would have proved he was there in the room with him when he showed up. Please, for the love of God, let that be right. Mr. Atme, about this last remark.
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godo.
What?
Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Master Mask outfit. Is that correct?
Indeed! That's what I said! My deductions are absolutely foolproof!
More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
I'm sorry! Whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
That was,
It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was staring at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it until now.
That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only person who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There's no way that you should have known about that. Thank God! I got it right. I'm so cool.
Yeah.
You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then enlighten us, how did you know about that piece of information?
Well,
Come on! This detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing this Master Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out.
only one?
One way, you say?
Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
You scared him just as much as he scared you. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer before beaten over the head with a sword.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme.
It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible.
turn off your flashlight!
Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Is that a rocket ship?
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself! Here I am, the tragic clown!
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And I was right from the beginning. Not from the beginning, but like the middle.
Yeah.
And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke at me tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan.
Nice voice, Phoenix.
You're welcome.
He used the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
Shut up! I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me!
Oh! I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be?
About the verdict.
I know. You never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But I really am Master Mask!
Huh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it.
I've been careless.
Careless. What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then Master Mask is really innocent. It would seem so. For now. For now?
Now then, this court finds the defendant guilty.
Oh, thanks for the confetti cannon, this time. Thank you, guys.
Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. I can relax my voice. And now my voice heals.
You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Purane Channeling School? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother, Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Mia.
Mr. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight.
Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though. Not all of this has happened. Come on! Just be happy already!
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master Mask to boot. You committed all those thefts, and you're innocent! Woo, justice! But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her.
You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became Master Mask.
Yes, but it's all over now. The broken bowl can never be put back together. But that's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can?
Kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Delight, even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together.
Like?
The art. It's the art.
What is it? Is it the Sacred Urn? Yeah. Sacred Urn. Guess he was the one who found this.
Desiree, your wife, she always believed in you, Ron. Or Desire, if you really want to call her that, because she's kind of like your Desire.
Oh! You figured out the pun.
That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about a thing. I was gonna assume that is what the pun was.
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. It's Delight. Definitely not Mrs.
Mm.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either.
Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. Didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneakily. Like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Fuck!
Chivalrous.
I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
Jesse.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy? Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, shucks. You take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Call me. I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Dick! Mr. Maya! Congratulations!
She's got a knife! Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Dick! How could you put another man's wife in front of Mr. Maya?
No, you got it!
Never, ever!
And then I died.
So just as the case came to a close, so did my eyes. They were swollen shut, and my consciousness left. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. I know that's not true. I mean, I just look. I mean, just look. It was a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before.
The end.
Good.
Yeah!
What do you think about?
I give this a good out of okay.
That's really good. What do you think about at me? Look at me.
Annoying, but rightfully so annoying.
And his complex plan.
Very fun to have figured out.
Yeah. Of blackmailing Rod the Light while he was being blackmailed.
Yeah.
And also using a robbery to get out of being a murderer. You know. Look at me, he's a pretty good culprit. I like him. What do you think about Godo so far?
Annoying, but not the worst we've dealt with.
No. Annoying as in, like, well, he's an obstacle.
Yeah, that's why he's annoying.
Yeah.
Every single one of them has been annoying.
Even like Edgeworth?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Except for like Edgeworth's final arc where he's like, come on, Phoenix, find the truth.
Yeah.
That wasn't annoying, that was helpful.
Yeah. Alright. And now we're gonna go into case 3. Recipe for turnabout. In
The final one!
no, it's not.
Oh.
Thank you for watching this episode of H30 Trials and Tribulations. Make sure to like, subscribe, and bell button on 5 thumbs up, which is
Every day.
bye bye.